everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Dewi Anggreni and my student identification number is 254810002P. Today I'm pleased to present a topic entitled International Trade and Investment. In this presentation, I will discuss the basic concept, the importance and the impact of international trade and investment of global economic development. Through this presentation, I hope we can gain a better understanding of how countries interact economically and how trade and investment contribute to growth and globalization. Okay, international trade and investment, an in-depth exploration of global economic relations, classical and modern trade theories, and FDI flows. International trade and the world economy. Global trade dynamic. The catalyst for global economic growth, international trade acts as a primary engine of growth for nations worldwide, facilitating the cross-border exchange of research, goods, and technology. Key benefits: 1. Boost global GDP through efficient research specialization. 2. Expands market access for domestic procedures. And 3. Provides consumer with diverse and competitive goods. Country-based classical trade theories. Country-based classical theories. 1. Mercantilism. A 16th century theory emphasizing gold accumulation. Nations must maximize export or surplus and minimize imports to strengthen national wealth and power. 2. Absolute advantage. Proposed by Adam Smith, a country specializes in producing goods where it holds an absolute efficiency advantage over trading partners. 3. Comparative advantage. David Ricardo argued the trade is beneficial even if one nation lacks an absolute advantage by focusing on the loss opportunity cost. Firm-based modern trade theories. Modern trade theories. 1. Product life cycle theory. Concept by Raymond Vernon explains how a production shift, a new product or domestic innovation, maturing product or expanding export, and standard product or moving to low-cost nations with cheap labor. 2. Porter's Diamond Model. Michael Porter attributes national competitive advantage to 4 interacting pillars. 1. Factor condition. 3. Demand condition. Relate and supporting industry and firm strategy, structure, and rivalry. Overview of international investment. Global capital flow components bisa dilihat dari diagram tersebut bahwa yang paling banyak yaitu foreign direct investment FDI 55% direct control over fiscal asset and operation. Yang kedua, portfolio investment sebesar 30%, buying stocks or bonds without direct operational control. And yang paling sedikit, other financial flows sebesar 15%, cross-border loans and commercial credits. Foreign direct investment or FDI dominates global capital flows as it brings long-term business commitments, technology transfer, and localized skill development rather than highly liquid portfolio investment. Okay, next, theory of foreign direct investment. International investment theory ada 3. 1. Monopolistic advantage. M&As take on overseas risks because they hold exclusive advantage such as patents, specialized brand equity, or global scale economics that competitor relate. 2. Internalization theory. FDI occurs when transaction cost of outsourcing are high. Firms choose to integrate business function under their own internal corporate umbrella. 3. Eclectic paradigm. Formulated by John Dani, successful FDI requires 3 advantages: ownership or firm-specific location or market appeal, and internalization. Determinant of FDI ada 3. Yang pertama, macroeconomic and regulatory stability. Low inflation rates, currency stability, and strong legal protection that secure foreign investor confidence. 2. Infrastructure and market appeal. Robust logistics, stable utilities, supplies, and large domestic GDP point to high potential market demand. 3. Labor quality and human capital. Availability of skilled, educated, and productive workforce paired with flexible labor regulation. Okay, in conclusion, international trade and investment play a very important role in strengthening the global economy. They help countries to expand market, increase economic growth, and build stronger international relationships. From this presentation, we can understand that cooperation between countries is essential in facing global economic challenge and creating mutual benefits. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, I will be happy to answer them. Thank you.